One of the problems that we had with our initial 30 acres is we didn't have a lot of shade, and we had to be very creative as we were moving to utilize the few good shade trees we had out in the pasture, or the creek line or the fence line where there were trees. And we had to make a lot of bluff lines to get cows into shaded areas during the hottest part of the day. But a few years ago, we were able to purchase 8 acres right next to our farm that, well, it wasn't woods at the time, it was more like a jungle. But, and we saw that as offering some potential, so we started reading about silvopasturing, pasturing in the woods. And so we started clearing the woods. Initially, we started doing it with, chainsaw and bush hog, but we got smart and got somebody with a forestry mower in here and did a lot of clearing up for us. And so that's now given us access to utilizing those woods for good shade, and especially in the hottest times of the year. And we're seeing a lot of benefits of that. I mean, our trees are healthier, the ones that we've kept. The soil is better because we've been running the animals through there and they're fertilizing it. The grasses are better and more diverse. We even found orchard grass out here, which is kind of unusual for Mississippi. We've been able to get firewood for not only our house, but if we wanted to sell it, and also lumber that has been kind of a value added. We've got a bunch of lumber that's curing now that we're probably going to end up selling. But the best benefit has been the shade for the animals. You really get somebody who kind of knows which ones you need to eliminate, and it may be some that are just unhealthy, but it may be some that are too close together and they're not able to canopy, because you want to get sunlight in to stimulate your grasses and all. So you don't want to cut too many down, but you just got to find that right balance of enough trees to keep the shade, but yet let enough sunlight get to the floor of the woods. On both, our farm is basically, there's a creek that runs right down the middle, and there are large pastures on either side of the creek, and it's kind of not bowl shaped, but there's how would you say, hills or slopes, and it slopes down toward the creek. So both the fields sort of drain down toward the creek. It was so tempting when we first got the farm, was just to clean off the creek bank. You just see that with so many farms around. Or if not cut all the trees down, at least open it up where you can kind of see through it. But then as you learn about erosion and how important it is to hold those creek banks, we've just kind of kept this as sort of a riparian area. And it's really helped. One of the things that we notice now, and a part of this has to do with rotational grazing and improving your grasses, keeping those creek banks in place, is when we do have rains, we get some flooding through here, and now the water is always clear. And it used to be, it would be dirty, muddy looking, and so I think we're really making some real strides in holding erosion back.